We can now continue adding details to our cabin. So I will join this area, and if you look this reference, you can see that all these cabins stay on, are not on ground, they stay on some columns here. So we can create this easy, and I will press now A to select all, and I will now hold Ctrl and just drag and remove parts we don't need to affect. So I will deselect camera and this ground also. So now we have selected only this cabin, and now I will move this little up. Okay, and now I will go with Shift A and create cube and just bring this to about here. We can go with numpad 7 and let's scale this down. And with numpad 1 or numpad 3 we can see from right orthographic view, and I will scale this on Z axis, so SZ. And I will now apply scale, and I will go to edit mode, and I will go with Ctrl B to add a little bevel here. Okay, and now I can duplicate this with Shift D and X for X axis, and I will now go with Shift R to repeat last process, last step. Okay, and I will just make some randomness here, just rotate little this and move. And I will go again with Shift D, Y, and make another row here. So Shift D, X and Shift R and duplicate this few times. And let's make another render here. Okay, and this is before and after. And I will bring these samples maybe to 100. This is too much for now. Next, I want to create these stairs here. I will select this part and go to edit mode, face selection, and let's duplicate this one. So Shift D and move little on Y axis and SX to scale on X axis. And scale on Z axis also. And I will now, let's scale this a little more. And E for extrude and Y for Y axis. Now I will press L to select this part, and I will go with numpad 3 to side view, and I will go with Shift D and Z to move on Z axis and on Y axis, and Shift D, Z again, I think 3 is enough, so I will select this with L and I will bring this little down. And now I will duplicate this face with Shift D, and I will select this edge select tool and select this bottom part and bring this down and bring this on Y axis. And now I will go with Ctrl R and I will add loop cut on these lines here. So one here and another here, Okay, and we can with face selection select this part window delete and delete faces. And with L select this part, extrude, E for extrude and X for X-axis. Now again with L to select all this part and Shift D and move this on X-axis. And I will also duplicate one in the middle, so let's go with Shift D again and put one here, and let's scale this little down. Or we can just grab this face and bring this down, and this one also. Okay, I think this is